Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share my insights on Yin and Yang energy. And I got this little cat here who likes to be... What are you doing, bro? I don't know what he's doing. Alright, do you want to be on my lap? Okay. So Yin energy is, cats really embody Yin energy. It's like flowing, surrendered. You're just letting go. You're getting swept away by the current. It's effortless. It's soft. It's light. All of those things. Yin. When we think of yin, we think of soft yin. And then yang energy is just like that. Like, get it done. Take charge. Dark, and I don't mean dark as in negative, I mean dark as in power, that courage, that willingness to take a stand. And cats also embody this too because they're balanced beings. And here's the point I want to get to with all this. You can have more of a yin, like we all have our own energetic signature. So some of us are going to be just more naturally yin, and that's balance for us. Some of us are going to be more yang, and that's balance. And this has nothing to do with your biological sexual orientation or gender. There we go. So like you can be a male and be more yin, and you can be a female and be more yang. It really doesn't matter. And the thing is if you are like, say, I don't know, I'm still discovering this to myself. I feel like a lot of times I have a lot of yin in me that I really repressed my whole life because I was told like it's bad to be, that stereotype of like, be a man, I don't know what's going on with this cat. And like I got that a lot from my father, who really preached like masculinity, no emotions, don't cry, and just the people around me growing up. It was really, I think this is very common. It was really shunned to be a man, a little boy, and to do like girly things. And as we awaken, we start transcending all this conditioned nonsense that stems from like years and years of programming and psychic slavery, essentially. And we start coming to realize like, why did I ever believe something so silly and nonsensical that I had to pretend to be a certain way just to be accepted? And who did I want to be accepted by, and why? What were the reasons? It's also silly. And that's what I want to say. Real power isn't like, if you're a man, real power isn't being super yang. Real power is being who you are. Real power is being your truth. So if you're a man and you have like more of a yin type of signature, to try to be super yang to appease your parents, society, people around you, whatever, that's weakness. That's going to actually drain you of your power, and you're going to be doing a lot of things you don't want to do. And when you're doing things you don't want to do, you're not in your sovereignty. And when you're not in your sovereignty, you're not free. And when you're not free, you're definitely not powerful, right? Then you're a slave to a systematic programming, societal concept, basically. And same for if you're a woman. If you grew up and you had more of this masculine energy, more of this leadership energy, this take charge energy, and your whole life people were telling you to cultivate more of this femininity or this yin energy, this softness, this flowingness, and you started to really sacrifice your sovereignty and your authenticity so that you could mold into who others wanted you to be, in that way you give away your power too. So if you're a female and you're more yang energy, but you're trying to fit into a societal concept of yin, then the same effect's going to happen. You're giving away your power, you're going to exhaust yourself, it feels bad, and that's not your truth. So in that same way, the movement is to embrace your yangness, embrace your energy, your energetic signature. It's always unique, and oftentimes it doesn't have really anything to do with the gender. So Now, conversely, we can go too far with this, and this is where we get into imbalanced thinking patterns, which leads to imbalanced energy and imbalanced actions and behaviors. All right, Bumpity, settle down. Okay, so if say we're yin and we get way too imbalanced in yin, so if you're a yin signature, you still have yang energy and there's still a balance. You still need to embrace your darkness. You still need to embrace your more masculine aspects, right? And if you don't, life's going to really wake you up in the form of a lot of anxiety, meekness, feeling powerless and helpless, and you're going to be like a doormat for people and a people pleaser, and you're going to feel exhausted all the time. That's a typical yin. When we get too attached to our yin side and we repress our yang side. So it's okay to have an energetic signature that's more yin, but keep in mind you need to keep that balance intact, and you do this by opening to your darker emotions and energies. And for yin people, especially for those of us who are more of a yin signature, it's super important for us to speak our truth, for us to have an open throat chakra, because that will really help everything open up. And I feel like when our throat chakra closes up, that's when we really get imbalanced. So that's my own experience. Now for the yang, if you're super yang, that's great, and it's a really fun energy too, and you're probably taking charge a lot, and you don't have any problem speaking your truth. That's not something that comes up for you. But at the same time, if we go too yang, life can start feeling meaningless and dead, and we can start being maybe a little bit too selfish. We can really maybe start taking advantage of others, and that will really lower our vibration. And so it's important to cultivate your yin as well if you are more of a yang-centric person, and allow the lightness, the love, the joy in your life. And in that way, you don't get carried away with the yang. So as you can see, it's super important to have both and to be in a balanced state with yin and yang. And it's really important to embrace your natural energetic signature, whether that's a little more yin or a little more yang, or maybe you're on the spectrum of you're really yang and you're really yin. Totally fine. Just know that we need to keep a balance either way, and that's really what I wanted to get to. And I wanted to the main point, if I could sum this video up in like one sentence, would be real power is not being super yang or super yin. Real power is being that which you are and loving that. So if you're a man and you're more yin, embrace it, open to that. If you're a woman and you're more yang, open to that and embrace that. And in that way, you're going to feel this more restored type of energy in you, this more invigorating energy. Because when we're acting in alignment with who we truly are, with our true nature, then life feels like a more friendly and supportive place. But when we're trying to conform, and when we're trying to please others and mold ourselves a certain way to fit certain standards that aren't in our true nature, then life doesn't feel so supportive, and it doesn't feel like such a happy, friendly place, and we start to feel a lot more in an energetically drained place. So take some time to really identify. It doesn't even have to be in your mind, just in a feeling. What are you, more yin or yang? And then feel into how your thoughts and your actions and your emotions, and see what you're repressing, see what you're trying to not show others, and to hide from yourself even too. And that will give you an indication of what you're trying to portray yourself as compared to what you really are. Because you're not here to mold yourself into anything. You're here to be you, exactly. That you were created to be the unique expression of who you are. That's why you exist. You exist to exist in your fullest expression. You don't exist to then, you don't come here in a certain way with a certain energetic signature, and then you try to conform and mold through fear and conditioning and programming of others in society. No, life needs you to be exactly who you are in all your uniqueness, in all your authenticity. And so it doesn't matter if you're more yin or more yang and what gender you are and what society says you should be. You're here to change society's concept of this whole paradigm. You're here to blow up the old paradigms, the old nonsensical paradigms that puts women over here and men over here. You're here to show people that the only thing that matters is being authentic and true and honest, and to love yourself as you're doing that. And then it's a domino effect. It gives other people the permission to look within and to see what they're hiding from themselves and others, what they don't love about themselves. And then they are more able to start sharing their truth, and they're going to open more to what they've been repressing. And as you do this in yourself, you'll see it in others. And that's my message today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it makes sense to you. It's really great to connect with you all. Thank you so much for helping the channel grow through subscribing and liking the videos and sharing and leaving comments and all that good stuff. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Namaste.